should you have to take a competency exam before becoming a parent? I chose this topic mainly because I thought it would be interesting to explore, and I found it a little bit humorous as well. Every time you come across a parenting practice you don't necessarily agree with, someone always chimes in, "Oh my gosh, this just proves that there should be a test before becoming a parent." Most of this is directed at teen parents. But could there be such a test? It may be a possibility, although from my research, it's not something that is widely discussed. There would be so many laws, acts, and petitions to go through, it seems like if it were to come, it would still be a while away. Out of all the posts and things and articles that I saw, it kept mentioning a website called Triple P that may be advocating for this. I looked on Triple P's website and unfortunately didn't find much towards a competency exam, but they do offer many training programs that could be beneficial to young or inexperienced parents. Although a competency exam still seems far away, we're going to discuss the pros and cons of a possible exam. Prior to caring for children in their homes, operators of family daycare homes must successfully complete the department's approved 30-clock-hour family child care home training as evidenced by a passage of a competency exam, states the Florida Department of Children's and Families. This states that anyone who runs a daycare and cares for the children of others must take a class and pass an exam. But should you have to pass an exam to care for your own children? What about them? Many people think so. In fact, a Facebook group has even been formed for it with posts like, "Don't you hate seeing a parent hold an infant without supporting their head and neck?" This is a possible danger to many children and is something that should be addressed if seen. I think there are pros and cons to the I think there are pros and cons to a competency exam. The pros are children are protected from a potentially hazardous and detrimental environment, from drinking to drugs, abuse, and many other dangers that a small child could endure and not know how to handle on their own. If this parent is considered incompetent, the child is given a new home and a life that they could potentially thrive in. Although I think this could be great, I see more cons personally. I see this test as being more directed towards teen mothers, which I honestly think it is. Teen mothers are on the rise right now, and though I do not necessarily agree with teen pregnancy and teen mothers, I see a lot of children save their parents. I know many of you think this sounds odd. Save their parents. How could such a small being potentially save an 18-plus-year-old? I have seen the most reckless teenage girl turned around by the birth of her son. At the time, she probably wouldn't have passed a competency exam, thus leading to her son being taken from her and to her continuing her old, detrimental life. Now, she is a model mother and has a son with a full tummy, a good life, and now she has a full heart and the drive to pursue a career and something to live for, which is something I don't believe she previously had before the birth of her child. But unfortunately, not everyone is like her. Some parents continue their reckless lives and leave their children to fend for themselves. This is where I think an exam could be potentially beneficial. If the child's well-being is in danger and is brought to a I don't even know what it's called, and is brought to a child care facility's attention, then they should have to take an exam and as well as some form of observation. If both exam and observation are failed, the child should be taken. But I also believe in second chances. If both of these are failed, I think the parent should have to attend a series of classes and seminars, and if they attend all classes and seminars and pass a final competency exam, I believe they should be given another opportunity to be a parent. But after they have been awarded the second opportunity, I believe observation should be continued. And if they fail observation again, then this child should be transported elsewhere to a safer, more beneficial environment. Though I think the child is important, the life of the child is not the only one involved. Sometimes children save their parents unknowingly, and I don't think you can rightfully give an exam before the parent has the opportunity to actually become a parent. A child is a wonderful thing, and every parent planned or unplanned, should have the opportunity to experience that fully.